Well, concerns among Democrats today after a less than stellar performance by President Biden in last night's debate.
At times, President Biden appeared to lose his train of thought.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
I mean, it's hard not to cringe watching that. Today, some Democrats are just questioning if the party should consider a different presidential candidate for November.
Joining us to talk about what exactly that would even look like is Rice University political professor Mark Jones. Mark, thanks so much for being here. You've guided us through a lot last night right after the debate. Now you're back because Biden keeps saying that he's not dropping out. But if he did, what exactly would that mean for the Democratic convention?
Well, we would go back to the way things were before the modern primary process that started in 1972, and you'd have a brokered convention. That's where it would be a free-for-all among potential candidates, each lobbying the close to 5,000 Democratic delegates who will be in Chicago with the goal of capturing a majority of the vote.
So, Mark, how could Democrats replace Biden against his will since he's not indicated that he wants to drop out?
It'd be incredibly difficult to remove him if he didn't want to go, both because of people's loyalty to him, the internal friction that would cause in the Democratic Party. But if they wanted to do it, they simply just need the votes on the floor of the Democratic National Convention, and they can choose someone else. That's possible under the rules, but politically it's not that viable. What they probably would need would be for Biden to agree that he was not going to run. And at that point, he could either lend his endorsement to Kamala Harris, who then would probably be the standard bearer for the Democratic Party, or he could open it up, in which case Harris would be a candidate, Governor Gavin Newsom of California would be a candidate, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer would be a candidate, and there could be others. And that would be a free-for-all in Chicago with the goal of amassing as many votes as possible. Normally, you would have multiple votes, where each time you would have a vote, you'd eliminate the lowest candidate until you were left with two, or one candidate had a majority of the delegates.
Well, there's a lot of different theories and scenarios that I'm hearing floating around after the debate. So hear me out. What would happen if Biden is nominated at the convention and then decides to drop out before the November election?
In that case, then a small group of party elders would be responsible for replacing him.
Wow. So that could just be, that could be any of those candidates that you just mentioned. Who knows how that would play out?
And I wanted to ask you, just with your expertise, who do you think won the debate yesterday?
I think if we do it on style and what we're talking about today, Donald Trump won it, because we're not talking about Donald Trump's lies or misrepresentations of the data. What we're talking about are failures by Joe Biden.
All right, Mark Jones, live for us again, breaking it down. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, we could talk to him for a long time about that debate last night.